Hello, this is, I think this microphone's working. No, this is the 14th video diary, I believe. It is currently 7 p.m. I was going to record this when I woke up at like 5 in the morning, but I ended up staying up late and I woke up late, so I had to go to work. Well, I had to prioritize taking a shower and eating dinner and then going to work, so I did all of that. So now I'm doing this video. I kind of didn't want to make the video, but I mean, not wanting to isn't an option, is it? Let me turn off this music. Alexa, stop the music. This video I want to talk about. The topic I want to talk about is staying focused. I believe that's the simple and short of it. Because there have been a few things that have happened recently with this journey and just in general that I think are important for me to remember to stay focused. Staying focused can mean a lot of things. I'm not about to preach much, but I'm going to talk about my experience so far with temptations and things of that that are trying to keep me away from being focused. The first one I want to talk about is the channel itself, I suppose. Why not start there? The other day, no, let's actually start somewhere else. We're going to start on the same topic. So the way this channel is ultimately for me to record video diaries, to be able to talk about stuff, my day-to-day, sometimes topics, and just to explore my own thoughts and get a little bit better at talking and thinking about things and just having something to do. This is kind of just a project for myself, and I upload them mostly because I want them to potentially be seen, because it's like a test to overcome some of the shame and secrecy and things like that. However, sometimes I'll make a video like yesterday's where it's just me talking about my day. It's not very interesting at all. It's very rambly, not well made. Then you have videos like the one before then, I believe it was the worst trait in a person. That does pretty well and gets a bit of traction because it's more focused and straightforward and it has a topic. And so people watch that and they feel like, wow, this is really good. And I think I got a couple of subscribers from that, and I had a couple comments, people being like, this is really good. I can't wait for the next one. And whenever that happened, I had gotten an instant feeling of, hey, people are interested in this. I found something. I should build into this. And so my initial reaction was, hey, I should keep making videos like that because I have plenty of topics. That just means every day I need to, or whenever I make a video, I need to do a topic. But then I had to stop myself and be like, oh, okay, that's not what this is about. This is not about anyone who sees these videos or comments or subscribes. They can want what they want. They can say things or say they like this. They can say whatever or do whatever, and I need to be indifferent. And for the most part, I don't look. The only reason I see that stuff is because whenever I upload a video, it shows me at my dashboard, which then shows me the video counts, and then I see my number of subscribers whenever I have to switch from my main channel that I use to watch YouTube to this one to upload a video. But I was like, I felt that temptation of, hey, I found something, I should do this. Almost like I wanted to please people. I don't know if it was I want to be a people pleaser or more that I found something that people were liking. And so I felt almost like I should hold on to that. This is going to give me attention. This is going to get people to react and like validate me or something. And obviously my next video after the one about the worst trait was just like any other normal one, so it's not like I'm doing that. But it kind of made me realize I need to stay focused. It's very easy to get distracted, to get lost in the sauce. So that's one thing. Another thing is this whole situation I've been going on. I gave that girl a compliment like a week ago, and my God, I can't stop thinking about her. Yeah, it really is crazy. You give a girl a compliment, calling her very pretty, and then you're like, man, I can't stop thinking about it. Like fantasizing a future with her. It's like, dude, I met her once and gave her a compliment once. I've seen her a couple times. It's like, this is how a stalker is made or a creep. And it's like, okay, well, I thought about it a couple times. Next time I see her, I can ask her for a number, something like that, and I might. But ultimately, kind of what I realized was I need to, I need to not think about it so much or worry about it so much. What I need to do, I watched my first ever piece of Gundam. I watched the anime Hathaway. Um, and one of the big plots of that is there's this girl named, I think it's like Gigi, and the main character gets kind of like lost in the sauce with her and kind of is confused, like thinks about it, is like, what does he want? Does he want to stay with her? Blah blah blah, and he like almost like loses his purpose. But then then he chooses his purpose. He focuses and says, "No, this is my purpose. Forget about her." And that's kind of like what I thought. I'm like, man, why am I so caught up on this girl? Like, sure, I can ask for a number. Maybe I will. Maybe I ask her out to go on a date or something if I get the chance. But it's like, why am I so worried? I need to be focusing on myself. I need to learn my guitar. I need to draw more. I need to work on my eating habits. I don't need to get lost in the sauce of this girl I met once and living in a fantasy land. Like why am I so worried about this? And I'm kind of thinking, like, what's the issue? Um, I suspect there's some form of trauma or like not being loved enough or loneliness that like really makes me latch on to people like that who I met once, and I fantasize and I think so much about, like, I don't know the person. She doesn't know me really. We've talked once and said a couple words. Like, why am I so caught up in this? Sure, she's very pretty, but there's a bazillion pretty girls. Is it love? I don't think it's that crazy. I think it's obsession, and a weird obsession. Anyway, the point is I need to focus up. I don't need to get lost in that. I need to remember what do I this is a question I'd ask myself. I'm trying to help myself. If I was to start talking to this girl, going on dates, and let's say it was working out, even if it ended up working out and we wanted to spend more time together, would I want that? Like, after I've succeeded, would I really? Maybe I would, but like, am I ready to give my time up like that to someone else? Potentially? No, I don't believe you should wait for stuff like that until you're fully healed. But I mean, I'm just in the starter zone. Like, I think if I start distracting myself with stuff like that, I'm going to get lost in the sauce and I'm going to like not have enough time for my other stuff. So that's one thing. Another one is porn addiction, masturbation too, kind of, but the main villain here, porn. Yesterday or last night, it was like 11 o'clock at night. I'm already up past an hour. I'm on Twitter looking at trans porn, looking at CNC, looking at women being almost choked to death while being fucked, like all this shit while I'm like touching myself, and I'm like there, like I'm like, man, I really really want to come, and I sat there for like 15 minutes, basically edging myself, until I managed to hold off long enough to finally get the willpower to be like, okay, this is not worth it, and stop. So like even then, like the temptation is there totally. Like I'm on the edge doing all this stuff because it's hard. I last night when I was masturbating to some porn, and I was like there thinking like, should I come or should I not? Being lost in the sauce of feeling good. I thought about my father, who is who's a drug felon. He was a drug addict, and he's been clean for like 20 years now or something. But I used to go to NA meetings with him, and one of the things they always talk about is you never beat addiction. Like it's always staving it off. Like 20 years later, you're going to wake up one morning and be like, man, I really want that. For him, it was meth. He's going to wake up and be like, man, having some meth would be really nice right now. And for me, it's going to be like waking up or looking at something, seeing some pair of tits or something, and be like, man, some porn and coming would be really nice right now. And I was sitting there masturbating, and I'm like, man, I thought about that, and I'm like, yeah, he's right. This is not meant to be easy. It's not meant to be like, man, I'm just giving up porn and I'm succeeding and I'm doing a great job and my plans and my mission is coming along nicely. It's meant to be a struggle. I'm meant to be there fucking touching myself and be like, man, I want to come. And then just stopping and being like, okay, no, stop, close the tab, stand up, look at something else, go to sleep. And then you gotta stay focused. I had to, in the moment, I'm like, man, I could really come, and it's not like I'm going to die or something. I'm gonna be a little disappointed, but I ended up staying focused, and I didn't, and I held on. And I think the moral of what I'm trying to say is you really have to, it's going to be a struggle, and you have to stay focused on what you really want. Do I want to come? Yeah, but is that what I really want? No, I want to overcome it. Do I want to talk to a pretty girl and go on a date? Yeah, but is now the right time? Maybe in a few months when I'm a little bit healthier, maybe, but right now is not necessarily the right time. I shouldn't be so caught up on the person I've only talked to once, who I think is very pretty, thinking of a fantasy with them. It's like, man, like what? All these things are just temptations that you need to quell. Staying focused is the hard part. Staying focused is the struggle. That is the difficult part. I'm coming to realize the hard part is staying focused to what my purpose is. Because as soon as you lose that purpose, you start going away from it, and you start accepting. The farther you get, the more you're like, okay, well, I'm here. Well, this is my new checkpoint. It's fine if I go a little bit farther than that checkpoint. And then you get complacent, and then you go farther and farther. So you have to stay focused on the source of whatever your desire, your goal is. And I'm not there yet. I'm still struggling, but coming to realize that is the struggle. Staying focused is the struggle. That is the discipline. Is very helpful. That's really all I have to say. I'm going to. I do actually plan on buying a pizza today, which is kind of breaking my rule, but I want to get rid of my points on Domino's, and I'm accepting that. After this, I need to go on a walk to try and get some more sun. That's about it. Before I go, though, I want to show you my outfit. It's nothing really too special, but it's what I wore today at work, and I thought I looked, I don't know, kind of nice. I'm still overweight, so I mean, it's not super great, but let's see. I'm wearing these, I'm like a little messenger boy. I'm wearing these shorts. These shorts aren't really the right color when I bought them, but I got my green vest on, to my messenger hat, and I think it's pretty nice and interesting. A lot of people didn't recognize me because my hair's put up in this obviously, you can see my hair's in the hat. But I think it's an okay outfit. I can use a little work. Anyway, that's it for me. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.